Americans no longer want to live in these states. Part 3. And they're moving on to greener pastures? With 50 states in the nation, it's hard to choose where to settle down. One thing is for certain, though, there are some states Americans no longer want to live in. Whether it's the high cost of living in sunny California or the unemployment rate in Mississippi, people are flocking out of their native states to find greener pastures elsewhere in the United States. Survey data, polls, and resident testimony made it clear which states are less favorable among Americans. Keep scrolling to see which states people no longer want to live in. Some might surprise you. California isn't all golden. California is the land of beautiful people and one of the best climates in the nation. With palm tree-lined roads and beaches stretching up and down the coast, it's hard for people to not enjoy the Golden State. That being said, more people are leaving the state than ever before because of the cost of living and the annoyance that is traffic congestion on all California freeways. According to the U.S. Census Bureau's annual American Community Survey, in 2018, approximately 691,000 people moved from California to another U.S. state. Connecticut isn't a good state for retirement. Connecticut's gorgeous beaches, lovely seasons, and charming towns attract many visitors each year, but the residents are hustling to leave. As taxes and the price of living rise and the pothole-littered streets get worse, people close to retirement can't help but move on out of the state. Considering the harsh winters and expensive lifestyle Connecticut has to offer, it's no surprise that older people are looking for a warmer and cheaper living arrangement. According to United Van Lines, people nearing retirement, ages 55 to 64, are most likely to move out of Connecticut. More than half of those who depart have incomes of $150,000 and up. Massachusetts is an expensive state. The coastal state of Massachusetts is the perfect place to sit back and watch sailboats, enjoy a fresh lobster roll, and it also has a great school system. Unfortunately, the state is also known to be extremely expensive to live in, especially near the center hub of Boston. According to the radio station 90.9 WBUR, the high cost of housing in the Boston area, both to buy and to rent, is another factor, forcing quality of life trade-offs that many prospective residents might not be willing to make. Tack on the harsh East Coast winters and the horrible traffic congestion in the state, and it's no surprise people are leaving. New York City is not the place to start a family. While New York probably offers one of the most unique styles of living in the country, it comes at a high price. All of the food, culture, and busy lifestyle aren't worth the lack of job security in some of the rural towns, or the four-figure studio apartment rent in the city. And while New York is a great place for young people, others who are trying to start a family flock to more affordable living situations. According to Bloomberg, close to 300 people move out of New York every day. Now, that stat should tell you something. Louisiana has a low employment rate. Louisiana is an appealing state for many reasons. Its coastal location, delicious food, and unique culture are just a few. Even though those attractions are good for visitors, residents are trying their hardest to leave the low employment rate the state has to offer its locals. According to the recent 2019 numbers given by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, after hitting a high in 2014, the number of people employed in Louisiana has decreased significantly. In fact, 4,801 fewer people are employed. Illinois residents are leaving for the Sun Belt. Illinois has great farm produce, deep dish pizza, awesome colleges and sports teams, and one of the coolest cities in America, Chicago. Even so, residents of the state are flocking to other parts of the nation. There are a few reasons why people are leaving, one being the state's high property taxes. According to Governing Magazine, a 2016 poll by Southern Illinois University found that nearly half of Illinois residents wanted to move to another state, citing taxes, weather, ineffective and corrupt local government and a lack of middle-class jobs. Alaska's weather is a roadblock for retirement. Some may dream of a retirement that's out there, far away from traffic, crowds, and overdevelopment. The last frontier may sound like a viable option for these reasons, but Alaska isn't all peaches and cream. The weather is treacherous, which is not something most people enjoy during their golden years. Most residents split their time between Alaska and somewhere warmer and lighter in the winter, which isn't a great option in retirement. There isn't much to do other than hunt, fish, and explore the outdoors when the weather allows. Alaska even ranks low in affordability. Pass on this state. Nevada isn't very safe, and residents aren't very healthy. If safety and wellness are among your priorities in retirement, Nevada shouldn't be on your list of options. This one is surprising, considering it's one of the top 10 most popular states for Americans to retire in. Many are attracted to the affordable housing, as the median home value in Nevada is $291,800, but this state ranks in the top 10 worst states for crime. The state also has very low marks when it comes to wellness, which may be a priority for retirees. New Jersey is great until you look at the cost of living. New Jersey is ranked the 5th safest state in the nation. It also ranks high in culture, and decent in weather and wellness. So how did NJ end up on this list? Mainly due to affordability, which ranks the 3rd least affordable state in the nation. It might be tempting to retire close to all of the cultural attractions, and nearby where you grew up or worked. But overall, financial health is important in retirement, and you don't want to take that risk to live in New Jersey. South Carolina's crime and lack of wellness are worrisome. The Palmetto State has so much to offer, from its subtropical beaches to its beautiful islands and unbeatable weather. For these reasons, South Carolina is one of the top 4 most popular states for Americans to retire. But of course, there's a downside. Crime in South Carolina is among the worst in the country, which is not something you want to worry about in retirement. It's also the worst state in the entire nation for wellness. If you want to keep your health and wealth intact, this state might not be the ideal place to hang up your hat. Colorado's rankings are disappointing. Colorado ranks an impressive number 6 when it comes to wellness, which is great. The state also has plenty to offer when it comes to the great outdoors. However, it's cold. The majority of Colorado consists of mountains, foothills, high plains, and desert lands, and the weather is much different than other mountain states. Colorado has also become a desirable place to move, which raises the housing cost and makes Colorado one of the least affordable states in the nation. Culturally, there are things to do, but the crime is above average, too. Take all of these categories into account before considering Colorado. New Mexico, there are a lot of property crime. Take everything we said about Arizona and apply it to New Mexico, because they basically rank the same in most every category. That is, except for crime, New Mexico is even worse than Arizona. In 2016, law enforcement reported 81,931 property crimes, which might make you nervous about securing your home. The last thing you want to worry about during retirement is your safety. This should be your time to relax. New Mexico's weather and wellness are both decent, but weighing all categories, it's not a great option.